What's going on, guys? It's Rick and SX, and welcome back to the channel. So today we are going to be flying a mission in the Reforger 2 campaign, Operation Reforger 2 campaign, called a Ferry Tale. So we are going to be jumping into that. Before we do that, just make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, and then hit the notification bell so that you know when I'm posting new content. Alright, without further ado, let's jump into this.
Okay, sir. Before we start taxi, I just want to confirm one more time that your oxygen switch is in the on position as shown when we strapped you in, please.
Confirmed. Oxygen is set to on.
Thank you, sir. Remember, we'll do a high-power takeoff as you requested. We cannot use the afterburners as I explained, but once we're airborne, I'll light the cans and perform a vertical climb. Then we'll roll out and turn towards steer point 1, or as you guys would call it, Whiskey 1.
All right, Lieutenant, that sounds pretty good.
Please remember, sir, in case of emergency, when you hear me say eject, 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 like this, 3 times, put your feet down, make sure they are pressed against the seat so that the ejection does not break your femurs. Then pull the handle, if I don't pull it first.
I understand.
Very well. Last thing before we taxi out, your helmet, your straps, your oxygen mask. Does it all feel tight and good?
Straps are a bit tight, but the rest is fine.
Okay, sir, thank you. We will wait for the taxi clearance from the tower, then we can get going. We have a couple of flights that are getting airborne before us. Do you have any more questions?
All good, Lieutenant. I'm just happy to experience this. I probably shouldn't say this, but, you know, I've always admired the Tomcat. I've gotten a few rides in F-16s, but never thought I'd get a ride in an F-14, so for what it's worth, today I'm 100% Team Navy.
That's good to hear, sir. You'll finally experience what a real aircraft feels like, if you don't mind me saying so.
I absolutely do not.
All right. Just one last thing. As discussed, at certain points of the flight, I will ask you to switch the destination steer point for me. Would you be so kind and locate that for me? Then switch from 1 to 2 to 3, and back to 2 and 1 again, please.
Absolutely. 1 second. This one?
No, sir. Not this one. It's probably best not to switch anything we did not discuss in the briefing.
I'm sorry, your Rio Jester told me to do that when you asked me to perform the destination switch check. I probably shouldn't have done it, but, you know, I promised him.
Oh. Jester. He's always good for a laugh.
All right, my apologies. I swear I won't touch anything else.
Well, that is kind of good to know, sir. If you would be so kind and go through the steer points now.
Oh, yes. 1 moment.
Perfect, sir. Thank you.
My pleasure. Anything else you need me to do?
Negative, sir. We'll request our taxi clearance now and get going. Interlink Uzi 1, request taxi for takeoff.
Uzi 1, Interlake, you are cleared to taxi to runway 5 via Charlie Apron, Charlie Sierra Alpha.
Taxi to runway 5 via Apron, Charlie Sierra Alpha, Uzi 1.
Charlie Apron is here to the left, son, past those tornadoes, and then to the right at the end.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, I bet you knew that. I'll shut up now.
No, not at all, sir. I appreciate some directions. We usually flew right off the arm pad next to Alpha. It's not often we get to see tornadoes up close. On my first cruise, we flew an exercise against the RAF when we crossed the English Channel, and I have to admit, they gave us quite the run for our money.
They are quite impressive indeed. Yeah, we're lucky to have them at the base.
Alright, so as you may be able to tell, I do not have Jester with me. Instead, I have some commanding officer from this base headed to the aircraft carrier with me. Jester has headed on in advance of me, so we'll see how this goes. Gonna give him a show of the F-14.
And another left here, onto Sierra, and then all the way to the end.
Thank you, sir.
So we'll take off, we'll head straight for the roof, and then we'll go from there. A couple of maneuvers out over the ocean, and then on to the aircraft carrier. So, should be a fun flight. Once we take off, once we get up in the air, we'll probably skip forward a couple times just to get to the rest of the action, but thank you for hanging out, and hope you enjoy the flight. So as he pointed out, or as I pointed out to the colonel, honestly, we're used to taking off from the arm pad, so a lot closer to the runway. This is a considerable taxiway longer, so got to get all the way down to the end here, and then we'll be in position to take off and do our thing. So stick with me, I guess.
Interlick Uzi 1 holding short runway 5.
Uzi 1, Interlick. Wind is 197 at 8. Cleared to take off, runway 5.
Clear for takeoff, Uzi 1. Okay, sir, moment of truth. Once we're airborne, I will pull straight up, then roll out. Ready?
All set, Lieutenant. Let's do it.
Alright, let's try not to get fired or court-martialed or whatever the hell would happen here. Alright, Needle's alive.
Oh, wow.
Pulling back. Gear up. Flaps coming up. Going for the roof.
Wow, just wow. That was an impressive takeoff, son. My Air Force boys generally like to make me just as miserable. I appreciate it.
It is my pleasure, sir. We don't do soft in the Navy. We may do stupid, we may do all kinds of stuff, but soft ain't one of them.
All right, take it easy, Lieutenant. I'm still with the Air Force, you know.
Sorry, sir.
Yeah, it's all right, son. It stays in the cockpit, right?
Yeah. Sir.
Alright, so we are going to skip ahead. There are a couple of audio clips, and I'll slow down for those, but otherwise we're going to skip ahead to the fun. Comes about waypoint 2. So stick with me, and we'll jump ahead a little bit.
We're coming up on our cruise altitude, sir. We just passed 24,000 feet.
Holy cow, that was fast.
Yes, sir. She climbs like a beast.
Uzi 1, Interlink. Contact Wizard on 257. Goodbye.
Switching to 257, Uzi 1. Wizard, Uzi 1, 25,000 feet. Uzi 1, Wizard, continue as planned. Uzi 1. It's still a bit faint, sir, but Cyprus is coming into view. Not sure if you can see it from the back.
I can, thank you.
We're just crossing the northeastern tip of Cyprus. I think the Cypriots call it the edge of Cyprus. Lots of cliffs and apparently a nice viewpoint. If you would be so kind, sir, and switch the destination switch to steer point 2 now.
Interesting. Steer point 2 it is. Like this, Celty? Do you need me to do anything else?
That's perfect, sir. Thank you.
My pleasure. So, when will you show me what this aircraft can do?
We'll fly to the northwestern shore north of Paphos. The Alchemist RMZ is reserved for us to perform the maneuvers. Pretty much everything south of us is Class Bravo airspace for Urkhan, Larnaca, and Paphos, which we need to avoid.
Tell me, are you planning on staying in the Navy, or will you go private? Any plans for your future yet when this is over? I hope I'm not being too indiscreet.
Not at all, sir. I have a few years to go, and I think I'll stay. The Navy is all I know, and all my family has ever known. It's my home, sir.
Well, you are a fine young officer. I'm sure you have a bright future ahead.
Thank you, sir.
I don't want to do any foreshadowing, but I hope he's got a good memory. I'd hate for him to forget that I've got a bright future ahead of me.
Ah, that must be Nicosia below us.
I think it is. Yes. Apologies, sir. I need to contact Wizard. Wizard Uzi 1, request 20,000 feet.
Uzi 1, Wizard. You are clear to descend and maintain 20,000 feet. Artemis and Polemi RMZs are open for you. Your block altitude is 9,000 feet to unlimited. Advise on entry.
Uzi 1 will advise when entering the RMZ.
No lie, what y'all are about to see, I don't think would make it into an air show. But, for the sake of the video, let's have some fun.
Please be so kind and switch to steer point 3 before we enter the RMZ, sir.
Done.
Wizard Uzi 1, entering Alchemist RMZ.
Uzi 1, Wizard. The RMZ is all yours.
I'll perform the first maneuver, sir, which will be a simple barrel roll. Are you ready?
I am. Go for it. Oh wow, that's quite the roll rate. What's with all the bloating, though?
That's normal, sir. If you need to relieve yourself, don't hesitate. It'll make the next two maneuvers more comfortable.
Thanks, but I think I'll pass.
Your call, sir. Next up is a simple loop. Are you ready?
Ready as can be. Not bad, Lieutenant. Thank you for this. What else have you got?
My pleasure, sir. Next up, we will pull some Gs. We will pull 4G through a 360-degree level turn. Remember what we discussed about breathing before the flight, please.
Roger, I'm ready.
Here goes nothing.
Hey, where did my mirrors go?
Wizard, Uzi 1, Mayday, Mayday, Mayday. My backseater just ejected in the Alchemist RMZ, feet dry. Uzi 1, Wizard. Say again. We can barely understand you. Uzi 1, Mayday, Mayday, Mayday. My backseater just ejected in the RMZ, feet dry, about 15 nautical miles north of Paphos. Uzi 1, understood. You are instructed to return and land on Mother immediately. Uzi 1, my canopy is missing. Request alternate Acrobatics. That is a negative, Uzi 1. You are not to land on Cyprus. Your only alternate is to return to Incirlik. Mother is closer from your position. I can barely hear you, Wizard. I say again, land on Mother. Alternate Incirlik. Do you copy, Uzi 1? Copy. Is Mother still IMCON? We're working on that as we speak. Fly initial heading 230 for 150 miles. Uzi 1, copy?
Okay, so I didn't realize I was going to be flying a convertible today, or that the guy in the back seat was going to pull the ejection handle. So this is kind of messed up. It is a long way to Mother. It's not like it's a short flight at Mach 1. I don't even know where to begin with this. He is literally no longer on board. He just exit stage left. There you go, we're at Mach 1, right there. He was like, nope, I'm gonna throw up, I'm outie. Pulled the handle, gone. Good times. Good times had by all. When I land, I'll probably be put on kitchen duty.
Uzi 1, Wizard. How copy?
Uzi 1, I can hear you.
Uzi 1, state fuel on board.
Uzi 1 soul on board. Fuel less than 10,000 pounds.
Copy, Uzi 1. You are 50 miles northeast of Mother. You can start your descent and set TACAN to 59 X-ray. The ship is lifting MCON for you. Mother is launching Arco tanker if you need it. TACAN 22 Yankee on 251. Contact Mother on 259. Land immediately.
Uzi 1, TACAN 59 X-ray, descend for landing, switching to 259. Thank you, Wizard.
Good luck, Uzi.
Alright, 59 X-ray, descend for landing, land immediate. Got it. I'm on my way.
Marshall 101, marking mops 04445, Angels 23, state 8.5.
So I guess on the plus side, at least it's a case 1 recovery. I could be landing in a storm or, you know, a rainstorm, a lightning storm. So all in all, at least I got that going for me. Not that that'll make my landing any better, but at least I won't be wet when I touch down, hopefully. So I guess I'll descend. Get ready to land. We were about 45 miles out just a few minutes ago, so go ahead and descend. Yeah, I'm gonna need that to straighten itself out right now, quick, fast, and in a hurry. I don't have time for an engine out nonsense, so I just better figure it out. Alright guys, well, let's get closer to the boat. What do you say?
See you at 10.
Update state, switch down.
101, state 7.6.
Alright, we got the speed brake out. We're bringing the speed in, reining it in. Next we'll go gear down, flaps down, DLC up, hook down. That's new. We have not had the hook down this entire campaign. Gotta make sure I remember how to put that thing down. I think it's this lever on the right here. I'll probably figure it out.
Tower 101, overhead Angels 2, state 7.5.
101, Tower, Roger, BRC 22, signal is Charlie.
101.
Alright, so no, I apologize. Signal is Charlie. So we will just cut in, cut over, flip a U-turn, and hopefully put this down first try. Because we're already in a bad state. So, alright, gears coming down. DLC up. Gear is down and locked. Flaps are down. DLC is up. Hook is down. So at this point, we are in landing mode. Gonna land on the ocean if I don't pay real close attention here. We'll give a little more throttle. So there's the ship. We are going to get a beam of her, and then we will turn on to final and see if we can't touch down with no canopy first try. Because I really don't want to make multiple attempts. I'll probably lose that engine that's giving me a hard time. Okay, we're bringing her around. We will see how this lines up. I mean, it's a little easier with missing cockpit components, but without the canopy on. We are a little low. About to get the notification that we're at 400 feet. Meant to turn that corner at 600. There we go. Alright. I would love to touch down first time. We got the flows up on the left side. Run through the checklist again.
101 Tomcat Ball.
Yeah.
7.1.
Tomcat Ball. This should be fun. Well, I'll slow down then. Alright. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh my god. Okay. That was a complete fail. We had it until about the last 8 seconds before touchdown. And then it just went all to crap. So, let's get set back up. Get the DLC back up. Get the flaps down, hooks down, get the speed brake out, gears down and locked, although it probably isn't having a good time at this point. It's probably about to mutiny. So is the tail hook, if I'm being honest. Alright, so we'll set up again. We are flying over the support ship now. So let's go ahead and flip a U-turn. I'm going a touch faster than I would like. Alright, last time I started off way high, started to come down, came down too quickly, too fast, landed short of the strips, short of the arresting cables, skipped the deck, and took off. So this time around, we're going to try to be a little gentler on the descent until we hit the deck. Alright, you know what they say, second time's a charm. Or something to that effect. Alright, so we're lined up, we got the ship, we're on speed. We're a little high. Need to bring that down just a little bit.
101 Tomcat Ball. 6.6.
Tomcat Ball, here we go. See if I can keep it on the flows this time. Alright. Zip it. Don't you tell me to wave off. I can save this. Here we go. No, we're on point. We're going to do it. Here we go. Bang. Got it. Coincidentally, I was waiting for Jester to call out the wire, but Jester's not in the back seat, and neither is the other guy. So we'll get hook up. We'll taxi to the side. I'm not sure what's happening with the clip through here, but we'll taxi off and we'll go check out the stats. That should be fun.
Place the wheel chocks. Copy. Wheel chocks are now in place.
Honestly, I think a 100 result is about all I could hope for, given that my Rio ejected somewhere 110 miles behind me, so I'm sure we'll get an earful about that, either off-screen or on the next mission, or both. So, either way, successful completion to the mission, I guess. So on to the next one. Well, thank you for hanging out with me on another mission in the Operation Reforger 2 campaign. Again, this was a fairy tale, and I'm not sure it had a happy ending, but who knows. Either way, I appreciate you hanging out. Again, it's fun making these. I make these for you guys, so I've enjoyed flying this mission. Hope you guys enjoyed watching it. And if you haven't already done so, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, hit the notification bell. And until next time, this is Rick NSX. I'll catch you later.